Hey guys, well, I haven't flown for a very long time. It's almost been a year and a half since I've flown. Just been really busy on the house, work, all good things, but I'm super excited to get this thing in the air. So I've laid out my wing, I've drained my fuel and refilled it, get all that old fuel out. Um, So I'll probably run the motor up a little here, and yeah, we have about a 2 to 3 mile an hour wind coming here, nice and smooth, not very switchy today, which is good. So we'll see how I do. We'll see if this is like riding a bike, if it all comes back.
My wing isn't laid out quite perpendicular to the wind, so when I pull it up, it falls to the left a little bit, and I compensate, but then that just kind of like stalls out the wing and it drops. I'm probably pulling a little too much A's, which isn't the best, but it's super nice to have somebody on hand, my lovely wife, to hold my wing back out so I don't have to get out of my gear. And then I'm all set up for another run at it. This time I'm lined up perpendicular into the wind. My wing pulls up nice and straight. Compensate a little bit by running left, give some throttle, and we come off the ground great. I'm overall very pleased with how easy that all went. It helped that I had a consistent wind. That makes it a lot easier. Say hi to the kids and my wife as I fly away. My wife's always a little bit nervous about me doing this. When I head over these large patches of trees, I make sure I gotta get a lot of altitude. I have an airport nearby here, so I'm keeping my eyes out for airplane traffic, but there's not much in these parts, so it's not a problem. I didn't see any aircraft. Come down here low into the field. This is one of my favorite things to do. Just drag my feet through the grass and the wheat and the different crops we have. Biggest danger is the power lines. So when I'm down low like this, that's my #1 priority, watching for power lines. Often in my videos you'll see my head darting right and left, and I'm just watching for those poles because you can't really see the lines. My goal of this flight was to go visit a friend who moved into a new house, so I'm looking for it here. And I'm trying to read some road signs getting down low, but I recognize this street a little bit, and I think they're at the end of the road here, and I start to see some people waving off down there, so zip in here, try to keep it nice and low. Then I saw that I was lined up nicely on this gate, so I dropped down and went right between the fence posts. Say hi to the friends and their family. Then we go around for another pass here, keep it nice and low, give them a little wave here. I just stop by and surprise them, and it's fun just seeing people come out. Give it full throttle here to climb up to some altitude. Then I see these little hills here, and I thought, oh, that'll be fun to zip down there. So let off throttle, that kind of pendulums me in, then I pull some right brake to drop my altitude and bleed some of it off. Bring in the throttle here and just whisper along the field here, which is such a great feeling. I haven't flown for so long, and man, this is such a fun hobby. I just don't think you can compare it to anything. I zipped over this train track, kind of flew along here. I'm kind of going up and down, even though right now it's probably around 7 o'clock, so there's still some thermals going, and that light 2 to 3 mile an hour breeze is kind of blowing me around a little bit, but I can still get pretty low without a danger of hitting too much sink. Always glancing behind me because you'd hate to get rear-ended by a train. I like flying along these sprinklers, and you just kind of can see the rainbow in there, and just kind of unique experience. Also, if you're hot, you can fly downwind. Looks like we got a coyote here that's kind of racing alongside me. I love that you can see wildlife that you wouldn't normally see. It's very easy to spot like a coyote from high up, much I assume like a hawk would. Kind of fun seeing your shadow along the ground. Also helps you gauge your altitude off the grass. I like looking at some farm equipment and stuff as we drive by, or fly by I should say. Here's a gravel pit. It's amazing that all this gravel is just sitting below the farm fields and they just dig it out and sell it. It's pretty cool. And of course they separate it. This is one of my favorite little lakes here. There's always some ducks and geese along here and different waterfowl. I like coming by and just looking at the scenery. And that's a wrap. I'm back home, bring it in. Really appreciate this 2 to 3 mile an hour wind when I come in and squeak in a landing here. Walk it out a little bit to drop my wing behind me. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I'll try to keep putting out some videos here for you guys.